Remember about 10 years ago when I first saw my doctor who diagnosed me with ADHD, he said these three words to me that just allowed my whole body to heave a sigh of relief. So it was after I got diagnosed and I said to him, it just feels like everything my whole life has been a bit harder for me. And he replied, it has been. And in that moment, it was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. It can be so validating to hear that someone else is acknowledging that you're going through something tough. So with this in mind, I wanted to pass this feeling on to some of you. Because chances are, if you're watching this video, my page is all about Ehlers-Danlos. Chances are you have it or suspect you have it or something in that cluster of things, ADHD, autism, all of that stuff. And more specifically, my page is about exercising with EDS. So if that's you, this is your official acknowledgement that exercise is harder for us. So if you're comparing yourself to more able-bodied people and thinking, why are they not struggling as much as me? Why am I feeling like I can't keep up? Or whatever else you're thinking, it's because it's harder for us. Now, I feel pretty confident to talk on this. I work in the fitness industry. I've worked with a ton of different clients, EDS and non-EDS. But also, when my Ehlers-Danlos was less bad, I was a high-level athlete. I competed for Australia. I did big national and international competitions in bodybuilding and powerlifting. I was disciplined. I was hardworking. I was all of the things that you would say an athlete is. You have to be on top of your nutrition, your training, your rest, everything. And even though my Ehlers-Danlos wasn't as bad back then, I was still managing it. So I was still having to work a little bit harder than everyone else to manage my mild Ehlers-Danlos symptoms while being an athlete. Then, like most of us, I had a significant event in my life. This was my dad dying, and my whole body just cascaded down. And over about 9 to 12 months, I went from someone who was an athlete to being someone who could barely train. The training I could do was all rehab based, and sometimes I strayed off it and ended up with joints dislocating or subluxing or being in so much dysfunction that I struggled with regular things like walking or just being able to move about my house. My POTS got so much worse. I had chronic fatigue, I had cluster migraines. Everything was so much harder. And let me tell you something very important. From that point when my dad died to now, which is about 3 years, this is the most challenging my training has ever been. Now, it hasn't been challenging in the sense that I've been lifting more weights now, but it has been so much more challenging in terms of staying consistent, staying motivated, staying disciplined. I've been training since I was 13, and this is the most disciplined that I've ever had to be. And I know that more able-bodied people in the fitness industry talk about hustle and grind and motivation and discipline and all of this stuff. And I know that we can't compare ourselves to other people. Everyone's walking their own path. But as someone who used to be a healthier athlete in the fitness industry, I can tell you this: training as an Ehlers-Danlos body that's falling apart is so much harder than I found training as an athlete. And I don't want to deter anyone from exercise by saying this. Exercise is by far the most rewarding tool I use to manage my Ehlers-Danlos symptoms. If you need help, I'm here to help, and other hypermobile coaches are as well. But just know, if you're doing this, you are doing a very hard thing, and I am immensely proud of you.